Also, you can customize the ChatGPT. So kuna pangana hapo kwa settings, there's a place called personalization. So like unapumiza what do you want? Sasa ChatGPT inaongea what do you want me to call you? Naiambia then what do you do? Then unaishow what else do you want me to know about how I should respond to you? So like that way already umetagla your ChatGPT so inajua okay, Kyendereta ni product designer na dealing na 1 2 3 1 2 3 and she wants me to sound formal or friendly. She wants me to be using shame, which come with. So on the answers that you give, then also you can change it to be a smart, like equal and smart. It lays up a critique. Yeah.
Karibuni sana and welcome back to Kenyan Design Konversations. Apparently, according to Adobe, 37% of designers feel like AI is still their jobs, like him. And rather than it's more than 37%. We've all felt that feeling. And Jia AI inaenda kuingiza around $190 billion by the end of this year. AI tu bila watu, unaona. So we are here to talk about AI and our workflows. My name is Kyendereta, your host, and with me I have our amazing guest. Yes.
So I make a joy make it.
Yes. Yeah. And our amazing host.
Amependa ugali hapa. But leo sijakula ugali. Unaona venye siko na date enough. Hiyo. But anyway, acha tuombelee AI. Tuombelee AI tuachane na ugali.
Sawa.
I think kila sema one time pia si mbaya.
Ni ugali ama ni rishapu.
Anyway, sawa. But in general, unaona AI wanasema AI inakuja kusolve vitu zenye ni repetitive. Naona. Kwa unachana lines kila siku kwa Figma becomes repetitive sasa. Yeah. But sasa hiyo inakuja ku replace design, unaweza replace designers but hawezi replace creatives.
Nimba tuangalia ku replace designers, akina tumesema to replace it. Anyway. So I'd like to introduce our amazing sponsor. Onecho Nafasi Connection. Nafasi are a co-working space. They have an amazing Simona space in a cafe. No, yes. And kaweni msewa focus wakuna closed offices. Kaweni msewa kuongea na watu. They have open offices where you can chat to the community. They also have very fast Wi-Fi speeds. I think they use but they use an amazing service provider. Wako na jikoni, that's the most important part of all. Wako na jikoni, na iko na fridge na microwave, unaweza kaa mna food yako. Ama utengeneze kahawa na provide. Sasa, so now let's talk about how we are not going to be replaced.
AI. Anyway. Yes, Jay, sasa leo na photo me about AI in design.
Hey.
Yes. But before tuende hapo, tell us about you.
I am a product designer. Nienda na graphics, then niko na Figma mbaya sana. So nikaenda shule nikasomea product design. I've been working. I'm still bonanza. So I've been apprenticeship program. So for the very beginning stages of my journey, but my name is normal.
Sawa. Nashangaa kwa product designer dunaenda class. Class shule gani unasoma product design? Mimi nisikia mahali watu wanasoma product design.
The morning the school.
Oh, the famous one.
The famous. Tukaanza kusema boarding the kama watu wengi anakuwa.
Sasa unasema Kyendereta alipita River Road.
Shule msuu kwa na journey yake. Cause inisha kwa soft thought. Kadel niko na tundo nisi. Kama ndeza ko be 5 days. Dodoko po kila nipitie something. The other people wanapitia mezo UX courses za Coursera and the doing well.
Yeah. Okay. And then how you know, like you were in school when AI, when AI became AI, like it's in everything everywhere. Yes. How the journey been, like you studying the AI there?
Maybe to ChatGPT kila assignments. Like I'm not even going to hide that shit kwa sababu inakusaidia kuelewa vitu venye nili kuelewa ukiwa class. Then inakusaidia kudevelop better than what you could have done. So mi na feeling the point of AI ni wewe ndiye ukuwe present in that process. Kuna vitu venye inakusaidia kushika. Cause ukiwachia kazi yako, hakuna kitu umefanya. You have to work with AI. So me I don't think AI ina replace job, but people who work with AI ndo wata replace people who don't work with AI. That's how I feel about the issue.
Okay, so what particular challenges do you think AI makes it in?
Imenisaidia kung'ara frame. Like unajua saa zingine wireframing mashinangwa mahali pa kwanza. Yeah, so there's this platform inaitwa Redium. Although lazima msee alipie ndo aget kutumia mwano. So mnaamini tu unakuwa mjanja unadelete mwanzo kila kila. So it helped me to develop a really nice wireframe that me stick nayo. Inakupatia mpaka the components that you can now come and do better UI hapo hivyo.
We'll take us through that. Let's say you give us a problem and then now you want to go back to him. Apple. Naitanga ridume.
Really? Pronunciation is personal.
Yeah.
So, okay. Nilikuwa natengeneza platform ya kusaidia artists kusell art yao. Yeah, then now when a section for art novels, no people who buy the art. So we can potentially approach and developing platform, and this platform is going to be used by mainly artists and art lovers. And the platform should also involve which come giving artists resources. Like in reality, the thing about AI is you have to prompt it like you make like it. So that way it gives you something that is reasonable and makes sense. So after we purchase prompts, you can develop your like all the pages, but I wasn't able to see like hizo zingine cause jalipia. So I can purchase to landing page, and from there I was able to continue with the process.
Some wireframes namaanisha lo-fi.
Yeah, lo-fi.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
The sketches too.
I've never tried that. So when you prompt it inakupatia sketch yote.
And put a sketch already.
Okay. Because one time I tried one time using AI in design in nilipewa copyright, a whole copyright from a copywriter, and then I prompted to see how when it's like how it will arrange the content in a page. They try yenyewe kumpatia lo-fi. Kumbe it's very interesting. I'll try it some. Okay.
Wewe tumeenda tools gani?
Mimi siku hizi natumia Croc. Yes.
For design.
For design, I've never tried. I've never tried any of the AI for design.
Not even ChatGPT to help it somewhere.
No.
The GPT kwanza inakupatianga outline poa sana. The one page like kuna HB.
Sasa kuna shida hapo. Kuna shida because AI hallucinates like trees. And if you don't know what you're doing,
Sure. Garbage in, garbage out. Even way AI mapana.
So to say in a real scenario, like umepewa project na client, you need to start like how do you incorporate, like sasa kama mimi najua nikipewa I'll do some research and the kuchora maybe lo-fi and hi-fi, alafu sasa maybe nipane homepage for presentation, maybe client aseme you're doing well, ama what are these? Mambo gani haya? You get
I think still do your research. Usiweke AI kama utafanya research yako. Because now wewe utajua kama AI mpatia tu ni maneki. Yeah, so still do your research. Then no me what I do nikisha collect maybe fanya surveys, then nimepata hizo manini inanisaidianga ku analyze. Then again I still ask it the same question bila sasa hizi answers. Then I combine answers zake na hizi, then sasa napata na pieces yote. Na sana kana vikwangi mbali.
yeah, closer there.
unafaa kuwa mjanja.
So unafaa kuwa mjanja. Ukiitumia tu hivyo just ati ndo hii tool niitumie, you would be able to even present your presentation. Like hautakuwa unajua what the project is about. So the AI comes in handy when you actually know what you're doing. Sasa ukitumia so ni kama inakupatia extra hands, extra legs and extra brain. So ili kutengenezea team yako ya very many use. Yeah.
No, based on that, taambia ChatGPT nifanyie kitu, maybe nipe kitu, alafu niambe sasa wewe ukiangalia hivyo.
Yeah.
Wewe unaweza haya huyu mtu katika hiyo. Alafu nakwambia ni kusema ukweli.
Or you too, you can customize the ChatGPT. So kuna pangana hapo kwa settings, there's a place called personalization. So like unapuliza what do you want? Sasa ChatGPT ndio inaongea what do you want me to call you? Naiambia then what do you do? Then unaishow what else do you want me to know about how I should respond to you? So like that way already umetengla yo ChatGPT so inajua okay, Kyendereta ni product designer na nadini ngina 123 and she wants me to sound formal, friendly. She wants me to be using Shen, vitu kama hizo. So on the answers that you give, then also you can tell it to be a smart, like ikongen smart. Ileza ku critique. Yeah. So you give it that tool, that way ndo even more powerful.
Hata umeongelea critique nikakumbuka. AI bana does this thing where it just agrees with you in everything. Like, hata kama you're the one on the wrong, it just agrees with you. So that's also another challenge, Mazi. What means it's enough.
Then you need prompt boy itakumini. Ujaiambia AI critique.
Niliambeli roast once. I don't know, I want to take over the world.
Nashuku ni venye ulipianga. Unatumianga premium version ama ni free version?
Hai. Pia free.
Sasa inamaanisha ukilipia haitakuwa danda sana.
I don't know.
Epic zenye mtu analipia kuna more capabilities, so you can custom the answers that you want to get.
Na sasa unatumianga apart from ChatGPT which AIs?
Natumia ideogram for images, pia Canva. I use Canva like a lot. So Canva kuna Canva Code which imeanza tu juzi, but sasa shida yake it's by code, but you can't go back and edit the code. So you have to like keep on prompting it mpaka upate venye unataka. Then pia Canva for images, go for good. Natumia nini ingine? Manus imsaidia kutengeneza like a landing page that I really like. Nataka kuendelea bado kuonekana more on it. Yeah. What else? Grammarly keli AI.
Yeah.
So inasaidia for spelling mistakes na nini. Sijai tumia Figma AI. Umetumia Figma AI?
Yes and no. It does generate images, very nice images. It also edits those images. You want a black and white one, a grayscale one, nini. But not used it sana. Nimeona watu wakitumia generate content. Like instead of lorem ipsum as placeholders, it just generates actual placeholder content. For me, I think that's a good thing. More chungulia pale, kuna designers fulani walikuwa wanasema Canva si Canva designers si designer. So what can you tell them?
Well, I'll do the new updates zenye zingekam. Wana updates zingine moto sana. Plus, I mean, me as long as kitu inatumia the design principles, you can still be a designer. Because me the critique, okay, najua Illustrator, it's more complicated, niko na more freedom pia na Photoshop. And I expect designers who design hapo. Because me I've tried in a way, nikaanza kusini insecure. Yeah.
Lakini let me tell you something.
Ni poster symbol.
Unaona watu wana critique Canva sana. These are creators. As in Canva doesn't give you a room to expound on your creativity.
Actually, I do agree. Is you mentioned mwenyewe Adobe gives you freedom.
It does.
Canva kuna. Yes, it's helpful. I do use Canva by the way. But not collect up to them. You can't switch stuff the way you want to. Anyway, like you said.
Like imagine you've exported an image from Canva, you want to use it as an SVG, you want to use it on Figma. You realize the layers that you have to reach to a certain element. You will start disliking Canva because it doesn't give you that space for creativity. It's kind of limited. Yes. Hiyo nafanyanga creators wengi wako zile za like not Canva.
But I think Canva iko na target market yake.
Iko na target market yake. ilikuwa created for people who can't design.
Hey.
Like that's ukisikiza huyo CEO wao, I think that it was unique. Anasemanga that's why they created Canva. They want to make design accessible to
Anyone.
yeah. I think they've done a really good job.
Speaking of Canva, umetumia Canva AI to create designs, not images.
Hapana. What does it mean?
No, I've tried creating a hero section, which my friend was seeing wonders.
I also feel like Abokwa design, it still has steps to grow.
It does. I think next year tutapana more updates. Me watch those updates za Canva ni kama nazingojea amda hapo YouTube. Watufanya tu sign up ipo hapo mnangojea.
Sasa Figma simlisikia sasa unaweza export from design to implementation as in
Inataka mtu
for Xcode. Inakoma Figma AI or not? Amena kona.
inaitwa Figma site. Inataka mtu anilipea Figma.
That's the problem though. The time Canva
Manze poleni sana kwa interruption. Mchagie Chancel at least aanze kwa afford.
Sindio naigelia?
Tawekea paybill hapo chini, hapo chini.
Eto
Changia at least aende Figma sites kidogo kuja tuelezee.
there was a time Canva was completely free.
not Canva but Figma.
Completely free. Oh yeah, nice.
Wapo kichwani.
Alafu sijui nani aliambia ati kuna bonga na designers Kenya wanatumia Figma. Siku hizi ukilipia Figma sema wanta.
Lipo ushuru jitegemee.
Wow.
Yeah. But you see, that's a very whole different topic. Hey, should I touch chili? No, let me not talk.
Touch nini? Ushuru.
I know like how the government is making a bit hard for creatives who are coming up to be in the market.
Acha wakisikia vibaya lakini
But at least AI is here to help us to know like push your time your design. Now, like, if you need content, at least it helps you to create content. If you feel like the section is not pleasing enough, you can ask it. But anyway, that's about kuku. Do you after designing natumianga community code? Is AI main generator hii inakaaje?
tuambiangi
Bwana, you don't feel no sense of being there owner.
bado tulikuwa hapo kwa what AI tools we use. They are very nice list. Utatupea nini? Take a description what to explore. Or tumia AI tools gani?
I mean, mimi sasa ina explore Grok. That's currently.
Sinatumia draw.
Funny. You see cutaful.
But it's by
Can you imagine how funny it is? But ChatGPT still looks. Kuna usa alikuwa anafanya analysis ya the AI tools ChatGPT perplexity which I had never heard of until that day. Ilianguka mtihani. Gemini na zilikuwa tu 4.
Oh yeah. Perplexity meacha nini? Yes. But you see, the reason why ChatGPT right now is a bit higher than the rest is because none of the Google search. A lot of people are using ChatGPT for prompting, so it has a lot of data than the others. Like Grok is not advancing, but the data it got from is from X. You get? So it's good in creating memes, but it's even good in because we wanna generate code piko sawa sana. Jaiangalia in terms of design ama image. Yes.
Okay.
But I also use Gemini sana nikitumia clients email. Yes. Sana kama niko late for delivery na AI kunisaidia. Lazima sasa niunde kizungu na mimi si msungu.
I don't know. I feel like ChatGPT inajua kusuka. I don't know.
inajua kusuka.
Unaontarinda pure na AI. Anyway. Still.
Inakaga so.
The do you guys ask ChatGPT to generate for you prompts to
Yes.
the
It's a trick I learned this year.
hata mimi naweza kutumia.
So tulikuwa tunaongelea wengonjo unanipeleka mbio. Tools I use in designing. Kuna hii ni ya Microsoft na creating images na posters. Hiyo ilianza last year.
Si tonga designer.
Microsoft, by the way, it's called Microsoft Designer. What other tools do you use, Chantal? Architect, now misuse. Lingi ChatGPT, guy. But yeah, I also learned how to niliambiwa na mtu at just tell you to create a prompt. So let me talk about how I do it and then you tell me how I do it. Aitari inategemea wiki. What do I want? Iyo project yako ya kucreatea art platform. So naiambia create me a premium ChatGPT prompts, right? When naiambia you have over 20 years of experience, when you're expert in this field, then naiambia unajua product design, unajua UI, UX, psychology, cognitive, behavioral something, meaning ile HCB, hizo zote, copywriting, UX, like kwanza UX writing, alafu naiambia la pia unajua storytelling. Now this is the project I have. Alafu, if I don't know what to tell it, it's naiambia niulize maswali nikujibu, alafu so nikijibu prompt ya maana. It does exactly that. And then I will pick the prompt. It depends on how much I've talked, ndo nipate hii prompt. Juu nikienda sana, you know, the more you go, the dumber it gets. I don't know how that works. So when I pick, kama sijaenda sana, I'll be like, run the prompt. But there's a pick in the chat mpya, ioshe. How do you do it?
I also use the same technique ya kuiendea nize msman. Especially kama ni kitu ile si uko sure I know enough. And so I want to do this. Act like an expert in this field of love experience of 15 years. Nini. Sidali kapo kwa behavioral science na nini I don't do that. Then sasa naiambia ask me a set of 20 questions but one after another.
20 oshi.
Yeah. Kama niko na time 20 kawa sina time na hivi 7 to
Okay.
So inaniuliza then inajibu then sasa after imemaliza kuniuliza I tell it to analyze my answer then now he asks the next question based on what he may analyze but ke maintain your experience yenye nimesho inafaa maintain. So by the end of it all ile itanipatia kama the thing I want. So kama ni prompt nataka hata sometimes nimeisha nitengeneze CV yangu nikifanya kazi kitu sana like I didn't know I had that much experience. Pia kwa niki kinatekeleza hiyo CV ningejianda sell but even nipate tu exactly what I've done the experience but in very very nice language. So what are we?
Tunafunza kitu.
Mingi sana.
Prompt engineering ndio shida. Wanasema tunaiga prompts za upala sasa. Like you say garbage. Sasa jua mi sijui hiyo formula. Najua kuna formula ya kuprompt kuna event fulani ya niliana. Walikuwa watufunza but he used to sleep. It was in the afternoon walikuwa wametulisha fiti. Yeah. So now that there's a formula and sijui formula, guess nani atanipea formula.
Yeah. But also there's a lady anaitwangwa Alishelvitu kwa YouTube. So yeye huwa anaiulizanga ameipatia kitu then ako like do you understand? So AI inampatia back Kenyan Design then ako like this makes sense. So now amesha customize ChatGPT yake.
Yeah.
So she already even now she tell it don't forget these things in the colon prompt. Like there's a way up very systematic in her prompting. So she feed the AI more. Then even inampatianga speeches zina sounds. So labda speeches zingine like good morning fellow guests nini.
They do the whole formula.
But now ameipatia a speech yenye nifanya yenye aliandika bila AI. Na like this is the tone that I normally use. Then now she asked it, what words do I use the most? Hivyo and I have to convo nayo then sasa pole kwa try now give me a speech full like kama TED Talk alipeana hani to appropriate AI. Na ina sounds too like you wouldn't even tell It's an AI human session. Yeah. Wow. So make AI your friends. No, make AI work for. They make it work for you.
And make it think like you. Okay.
Baraka is going to take over the world. Ushaiona hiyo video how AI take over the world?
If you're taking over the world, mnasema it won't take the designer. Sasa hapo katikati mnatutana.
Oh, acha kwanza. Tulikuwa tunaambiwa. You see how me personally say AI please I think. But it's very unnecessary. Kwa tunakataza. But mimi, I just keep feeling imazi.
Yani ilimingazia roho and are living in it, so it became part of it. At least unaipatia the emotion part of it. Watakuwa mama. Kazoa kama unaiamini kufanyia hivi na kupatia kitu tofauti.
Hapana. Say we can still control it. We are getting to a place where we are putting AIs into robots. So much Megan 2.0.
Yes.
But
But that one brings me to a question like how, when we're using AI in your design, how do you measure the success? As in how AI has helped you to do something?
Na apota voti. Kaa tu inakaa poa. Okay, siku hizo vitu basics zenye unajua like the section hub for its action, is it readable, does it make sense? It covers.
How?
Yeah, and users able to interact with the websites without thinking much about what to.
plus, if your goals are being met, then I think it's a success.
Sasa tu.
Because me, I'm like,
You don't measure it also in terms of time. Like if you are working alone, probably this one could have taken you like 3 hours, but because it assist of higher, you need to be within like 30 minutes. Yeah.
katu umestate swali lakini sawa we ni pro
Nimejisikia tumia AI in design.
Again, when you pro.
Anyway, sawa bro, ni mimi. Anyway, sasa na hiyo kumesha, lakini but ni hard kumesha. You are less garbage in, garbage out. So probably like we kumesha success ni garbage ulipatia kwanza, garbage in. So one kama ta reproduce close to the same thing.
The thing about you, na kwamba kama kitu kipoa, hauta notice. Kama mbaya ndo uta notice.
Exactly.
Oh.
So ni kumezwa
Ni kama venye mnaolaga madema fiti lakini hamwa notice. Chance ya Bella. Yeah, last tena uendelee.
Ni kama udite unaongea.
Baya, garbage out. Me, I like the time thing. You, enye for real. I'm a solo person and I have to wear all the hats because their research to me hakuna venye na code to handing over. So real time, if I don't have AI or if I don't have a team, it might take me like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Okay.
Or let's say I'm just doing a landing page. Now, I want to do it in a storytelling. Like every nini inafaa tell a story from hero section to the next. Like inafaa iflow, right? Na nimeiambia hivo. Like, unaona ile time ningekaa hivi chini kufikiria what section goes after the next. Tumeifanya na AI. The AI has more knowledge, more information than I do. Yeah, the time thing is really
Okay.
So, but like, do you do research? Like, do you collect surveys? Do you speak with the audience?
you know what?
Like, before you start like doing your designs. So the research should be transits.
Depends on the client. Kuna clients anataka kitu in 2 minutes. Na uwezi fanya research na design in 2 minutes. So I end up doing desk research. Tena niangalie what people are saying about other similar products. How people are complaining about this particular problem. Huwezi kosa Reddit, Quora, Ivo, Twitter.
So hizo zote when connect the review feedback to ChatGPT, ama mnakaanda tu nazo then compare.
I feel mimi nakwambia AI
And ChatGPT hizo vitu.
GPT wala hivi.
Hand in hand. But anyway, all in all, I always view AI like I used to be a calculator in high school. See, like you have the calculator, you're doing physics, you have the calculator, you're doing chemistry, you will still use the calculator to do mathematics. You see, but the formulas are different. So when you're using AI, maybe probably you have to wear the hat of the researcher. At the end, you see like this result is okay. You have to wear the hat of like the UI designer. You see probably his designs. I mean, the color and everything else is perfect. So at the end of it, like you're using AI as a calculator, how you used to, it's a helper, but you have to do the real work. You're the one doing the real work. The only thing like is helping you to shorten the time, as it because you don't want to do the repetitive work. Imagine doing 3 times 6 because you have the formula, but you have to calculate 3 times 6, and you have a calculator. Yeah,
Nice analogy. And then I also remember they cut you short when we were talking about you. I think a modern quest to the love how as a part of we were talking about how to measure success, and then you are like, if design is really food, yeah, can. So when people don't notice, like when people go through your application or website seamlessly, you check that as a success, right?
Because sometimes tena lack of feedback doesn't mean umefanya kazi poa. Maybe they just don't know how to put in words what they feel is off.
Okay.
Yeah. Me? Unless alokwambia by the way hii side chipatoa, I love this, I love this, I love. But wakinyamaza tu una shida.
Mostly I feel like it's not an issue, the problem. It's usually the issue of communication. You see, like as a designer, there's some feedback. The feedback you are expecting, it's me. I've never met a designer. Amefanya kazi safi. Thank you. Looks nice. Yet like you have attained my goal. I as a client, I don't have any feedback yet. But if you can teach people how to give feedback, probably they can learn how to do that. I remember we had a discussion about it the other time, and then we concluded it that ilikuwa na naitwa nani? Firm enough. Yes, with purpose about feedback. I think we concluded with that, like you as a designer, you have to tell the people around you like how to communicate so that you can get it really meaningful feedback.
Hata last week nani Mose alikuwa anatuambia tufunze class communicate ama sijui something of the sort.
An important sana. Even me have clients who don't know how to communicate.
But AI is here, will teach you how to communicate anyway.
Using AI. Nini? Why not? Hata yeye anafaa tumie AI before kupatie kenye unafaa ufanye.
Lakini wengine tu wako na kiburi.
Let's not talk about class. Let's talk about the time. Be your clients now. Anyway, nimeona like ukweli like AI ni calculator. You have to use it with as you're working as a designer. Especially also when you're emailing the clients.
Yeah.
Because at least you make the client have some anafurahi from before wake up link up with check the prototype. So you have told her the whole journey, you've done the storytelling at least some yake. Halafu afungua pata kai. This is not what I was expecting anyway. Yeah, funny.
But see, hata ukiipatia ile ikufanyie, you tell it this is what I want to communicate in my email. You just don't spend for me an email to apply.
Unless you're in a chat, tenda kujifunza from.
Jifunze prompt. Shakwambia how to talk AI to you a nice.
Exactly. Oh, I'll tell the AI to give me a nice prompt.
Bana kuna mtu alikuwa si ni tu my favorite podcast anaitwa Boxpot. She was telling us how alisema millennials, si mimi nilisema. Alisema millennials wana what did she use? They pride themselves so much in hapa katikati. Effort walieka kushinda output. So they'd rather go the hard ways ndo wafike huko. But sai output ndo ina match. No one cares about the effort. Sasa minimize your workflows. Use AI. Output ndo muhimu.
Sawa, shasema. Hapo katikati tupate tu AI.
Sawa. Tukimaliza, there's this guy in my TikTok comment section, Ali. Mi nafili kama ni kompanisha, lakini ni sikugombana. Alikuja kusema venye, your UX imeisha. In short, front-end imeisha. Something of the sort. Oka neza mwambia nini? Mi nilishamwambia.
Kwanza UX haiwezi isha, tengiwa aski. UX is very, very important for any platform, any product unafaa uunde. Because me have noticed developers, like kama saizi nina apprenticeship program na tuho product designers, front devs na back devs. Yeah. So the devs just want to do it. Hawataki kujua kama user ataitumia, hawataki ku understand the user, hawataki ku understand the potential class. Like they just want to make sure that mode will switch to light mode. People too. They don't want to know anything else. But really, your product is zero. Kama users na wako considered in the first key.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
So UX in nema.
so the human concept of
It's be lazima itakuwa. UI, there's a chance.
UI, right?
Yeah.
Because we've not talked about ski. Hii really gani ingine zinatengenezwa amazing UI interfaces.
Mama.
But side tengeneza amazing UIs is not a flex.
It's not a flex.
RGB like Bambok Summers.
Hili by the way, yo treasure, bukani ya minde. But UX ndo kitu. Like even me mejani, I think I want to major on
UX. Oh no, how what na strategize. We make sure this business gets what people don't understand that.
Tunaona website inakuwa ina piti, but 2 years later the business is not there.
Exactly. Ako kukuwa na clients wanaingia hapo.
Naweza wrap up kumalizia kwa kusema hivi. You see UI and UX. The reason why UX can't be replaced by AI very fast because every product has a different user journey. You see, so it has to be very unique. But in terms of UI, if you need a call to action, a button, you need an icon, you see, that one will be shortened because it's something that's kind of repetitive. People have done it again and again. But when it comes to UX, you must do research. You must understand your clients. Then maybe you tell AI, this are my clients. These are my users. This is everything. Now help me come up with it.
Yeah. Together, let's bridge
Yes.
together. Amisa.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all from me.
Sasa, it's been amazing. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for making your way here.
It has been a long journey.
Inad. Wambieni watu kama hapa like, share, subscribe. Come now, kuja nafasi.
Kama umefika hapa huku mpata so much value from this conversation. Yeah, so namkuja nafasi pia, it's a really amazing space. Mimi nimechiki na I think I'll be back. Space ipo poa, wako na jikoni. Like
Okay, daddy, yeah, okay.
KDC, please. Kita la ugali tano umeweka kwa fridge, that lunch time imeweka kwa microwave. Subscribe to KDK, it's a really amazing podcast. Mimi nisikia sana. Hata Pamina sinamjua msingi.
Nawe sasa kutaka kupata wapi?
Yeah. And tell them what you do as well.
I'm a product designer. I love working with creatives. I'm also a graphic designer, Canva, Mansin Judge.
Thank you.
Yeah. I also enjoy working with believers. I'm a Christian. What else? Nimepata link to you. Teach. Yeah. That's
Awesome. That's Weekend Day Conversations. Bye.